Did that transmission warning light just show up on your dash? You know, symbols like a little gear with an exclamation mark, or sometimes a gear with a tiny thermometer in the center? If you're thinking, great, what does this even mean and how do I reset it? Stick around, you're in the right place. In this video, I'll walk you through, step by step, how to diagnose, fix, and reset your transmission warning light. No confusing jargon, just practical steps you can try right now. But before we jump into the reset steps, let's take a quick moment to understand what your transmission warning light actually means. Because once you get the basics, everything else, from the warning light to the fixes, will make way more sense. And trust me, knowing this will also help you avoid the same problem in the future. So, what triggers that light? In simple terms, your car turns it on when something's wrong with the transmission system. It could be anything from low transmission fluid, overheating, or even internal mechanical issues inside the gearbox. If you're driving an automatic, that light usually points to one of four things: low fluid levels, overheating, shift interlock problems, or sometimes even internal transmission failure. Basically, it's your car's way of saying, hey, something's not right down here. Check me before it gets worse. All right, now that we know why transmission warning light comes on, let's talk about how you can troubleshoot and reset that warning light. The very first thing you should try is actually the simplest one. Just restart your car. I know it sounds too easy, but trust me, sometimes it really works. Turn the car off, wait for about a minute or two, and then start it back up. If the warning light was triggered by a temporary sensor glitch or a quick communication error, it might just reset itself and disappear. And if it does, great! You just saved yourself a lot of time. But if that light stays on, don't worry, we've got a few more steps to go. All right, if restarting didn't do the trick, the next thing you should check is your transmission fluid. Low or dirty fluid is one of the most common reasons that transmission warning light shows up on your dash. Automatic transmission fluid, or ATF, is what keeps your gearbox running smoothly, kind of like the lifeblood of your transmission. It lubricates the moving parts, keeps things cool, and makes gear shifting seamless. That's why even a small issue with the fluid can trigger a warning. Here's how to check it. On most cars, you'll find a red-handled dipstick labeled for transmission fluid, usually near the back of the engine bay, close to the oil dipstick. Make sure the engine is running and the car is in park before you check. The fluid should be reddish and clear. That's healthy ATF. But if it's brown, black, or smells burnt, that's a bad sign. It means the fluid's old or contaminated and needs to be replaced. If the level is low but the fluid still looks clean, you can simply top it off with the correct ATF type for your vehicle. Check your owner's manual to make sure you're using the right one. Using the wrong fluid can cause even more problems. Next, let's check the fuse. Some cars have a dedicated transmission control module, or TCM, and to protect it, there's usually a specific fuse just for that system. You'll usually find the fuse box either under the dashboard or inside the engine bay. Once you've located it, look for a fuse labeled TCU or TCM, or anything related to the transmission system. If you're not sure which one it is, don't worry. Just check your owner's manual or the diagram printed on the back of the fuse box cover. That'll point you right to it. Carefully pull the fuse out and inspect it. If it looks burnt or the metal strip inside is broken, that means the fuse has blown and needs to be replaced. Just pop in a new fuse with the exact same amperage rating. Don't go higher or lower. After replacing the fuse, disconnect your car battery for a couple of minutes, then reconnect it. This helps reset the system. Now start your car again. And with any luck, that transmission warning light will be gone for good. If you found this video helpful and want to see more guides on how to reset dashboard warning lights and fix common car issues, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your fellow car enthusiasts. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update when we drop a new video. Next, take a look at the wiring connections for your transmission oil temperature sensor. You'd be surprised how often a simple wiring issue can trigger that transmission warning light. Sometimes that light comes on just because the temperature sensor has lost communication with the ECU. Basically, your car's main computer. In many cases, it's nothing more than a loose, corroded, or damaged wire. Simply fixing that connection can often make the light go away. And remember, modern cars use a lot of sensors, like the vehicle speed sensor, neutral safety switch, and other transmission-related sensors. If even one of them fails or loses signal, the car might throw up that same warning light. That's why it's always smart to run a quick scan with an OBD2 diagnostic tool. When you hook it up, it'll show you specific error codes that point directly to what's wrong. For example, you might see something like this: P0710, which indicates a transmission fluid temperature sensor circuit malfunction. P0500, which points to a vehicle speed sensor malfunction. P0705, which means a transmission range sensor circuit malfunction, connection. If you're not sure about what these OBD2 codes mean, you can always visit our website, obdcode.org, where we've got a full list of codes and their explanations. Next, let's try a simple battery reset. All right, if that warning light still won't go away even after fixing the sensor wiring, it might just need a quick system refresh. Pop the hood and disconnect the negative battery terminal. Wait for about 2 to 3 minutes to let the vehicle's electronics completely power down. Then reconnect the terminal, tighten it securely, and start your car. If the issue was caused by a minor glitch or software hiccup, this reset can often clear the warning light and get your transmission system back to normal. And if the light stays off after the reset, great news, you're all set. But if it comes back on, there's one more step we can take. Now here's something a lot of people don't realize. This warning light doesn't always mean there's a serious problem with your transmission. Sometimes it's something as simple as not pressing the brake pedal firmly enough. Modern cars are equipped with a shift interlock system. That's a safety feature that prevents you from shifting out of park unless the brake pedal is fully pressed. So before you panic, just make sure your foot is firmly on the brake pedal when starting the car or shifting gears. If the pedal isn't pressed properly, the system might think there's a fault and trigger that warning light. A quick press could save you a lot of worry, and might even clear that light right away.